listeners. Welcome, Good Morning LaLa, and I'm Dr. Erin.
Hi, I'm Rob Mack.
And I'm Jez Moye. This is Good Morning LaLa, America's first live streaming daily talk show, coming to you live Monday through Friday at 9 a.m. on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch. Also available on Apple TV and Roku via the EverTalk app.
That's right. It's Transformation Tuesday. We're going to talk about mid-century crisis. It's a new concept. You've heard of midlife crisis. We're talking about the hustle, the overwhelm, and all of us going through this stressful time. We're going to deal with this today. We come together each day to know the truth, live on spiritual principle, and align with the universal law, and have a little bit of a cold morning. I had my space heater on this morning. I don't know how my pilot lit thing, that thing.
That proves you're a Southern California native right there. Let's go.
It's like 55.
In Pittsburgh, we call that a warm, balmy summer day.
Exactly. Speaking of Pittsburgh,
yes,
we're very excited to welcome our special guest this morning, hailing from Pittsburgh, HGTV's Restored by the Fords. Good morning, Steve.
Good morning. How you guys doing?
We're so grateful that you're here with us. On Good Morning LaLa, we like to know about your morning routine. How do you start your day?
Well, I'll tell you what, if it's cold out, I'm not using my space heater. I'm starting a little fire. But I don't start a day without a warm cup of coffee and some good music.
Got that. What do you got on the playlist?
Usually Waylon Jennings.
All right.
All right. The other half of this dynamic duo, Leanne Ford. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Oh, we're grateful that you're here with us today here in LaLa Land. So tell us, what's your morning routine? How do you start your day?
I start my day begrudgingly, but I would say my daughter, I go get her out of her little crib ever. She's 7 months old, so that's my morning.
I love that.
Yeah.
That's adorable.
Well, thank you for being with us. Another group of siblings, very powerful,
Yes.
the Allen twins. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning. Oh, it's so nice to see you here on our set. We know you've been busy over at ABC's Single Parents. Are you having a lot of fun on the show?
Totally.
So, how do you start your day? What's your favorite way to start your morning?
Waking up and cuddling my brother.
Oh my gosh, so sweet. And I think they mean that because they actually gave me a hug on the way into the studio today. It was amazing.
That was the first hug I've gotten in a long time.
I know. Changed my life.
We need
I'm telling you.
more hugs.
More hugs. And what's your favorite way to start the day? Do you cuddle your brother too?
Yes, of course, of course. I read him books in the morning and I wake him up for school.
Aww. Now, the real question is, does your brother actually like the cuddles?
Yes.
He better, huh? There's two of you, so he better.
Well, thank you for being with us. We've got a beauty disruptor here in the house on #Transformation Tuesday. Kathy Chu, good morning.
Good morning.
We want to know how you sold out Urban Outfitters of this incredible new product later in the show. But first, how do you start your day? What's your morning routine?
So my morning routine is probably pared down to 5 to 10 minutes. I am not a morning person. I literally roll out the bed, slap on the most minimal amount of things possible, and I look like a little hood rat, and I just roll out.
Can't imagine you looking like a hood rat, but no nuts.
No, exactly, with a little self-care.
Exactly.
All the puns intended. Well, we look forward to continuing the conversation with each of you later in the show.
Fantastic.
So what's going on with the fires? I've been trying to like find it online, and I don't know what exactly what's
Yeah.
happening.
Well, I think it's continuing to burn, right? And I had to wear like a mask on the way to the gym today, so it's that heavy over there on the west side. Yeah.
Oh, I feel so bad for people.
Yeah.
Yeah, sending lots of love, thoughts, and prayers to any of the people and animals that have been displaced in the fires. Please be extra safe.
I have a friend in Marin County said that their electricity has been up for 3 days.
Wow.
It's like what? I mean,
Yeah.
that's crazy.
It's pretty intense.
Yeah. Well, sending big prayers to everybody out there. So, what's going on, you guys? What you got going on over there, Jez?
Well, special gift from one of our guests last week, Guru Nanda sent over this incredible essential oil diffuser. Of course, they're 100% all natural oils that you can diffuse. You can put them on your body or in your diffuser. It's really incredible the amount of therapeutic side effects essential oils have.
Wow.
Incredible. Love that.
Yeah.
I always use another diffuser.
He owned Nestle also.
Oh my gosh,
you
and
need
Reach.
to. Sorry, Reach is
Yeah,
what I
yeah,
meant to
yeah.
say. Yeah. I mean, wow, the guy's like no joke.
Well, after you eat the Nestle's, you need the Reach in order to clean
Right?
those teeth.
Yeah, exactly. He sells his company for millions upon millions of dollars and then becomes a yoga teacher and now has this incredible essential oil come.
Right.
Yeah, gotta check-
He was
it's got
on
a cool
He was on Jay Leno,
Yes, I was
right?
gonna say that. It's got a cool video online with Jay Leno in the car. Amazing life.
And then you're going to think about him all day long
Exactly.
when he's diffusing in your house.
That's right.
And when you're brushing your teeth.
And
I
that's
mean,
right.
it's like, look, what do people have to do every day? The guy's genius. Think about it. Other than Good Morning La Land, Reach, toothbrush, and diffusers, you're set.
Yep.
Right?
You're set. Yes.
So on that note, Transformation Tuesday, do you guys know there's a new concept? It's called quarter life crisis. It's something
Yes.
new. Have you heard of this?
I've heard of this because I have a friend, Christine Haskell, who wrote a book about it.
Oh,
Yeah. She wrote a book
yeah.
about it. She's with Neural Library, a friend of mine. And yeah, it's
She's
interesting.
amazing.
Yeah, she is.
She's
She's
such
part
a-
of the whole, we've got this entire tribe and community of folks here in LA, but really all
Yeah.
over the world that sort of do the work, the spiritual work, and she's part of that group.
She's one of the best.
Yeah, she is.
She really is.
I've heard of it because every single one of my friends has had one.
Wow.
The quarter life crisis is for real. Epidemic, especially here in Los Angeles, when everybody's trying so hard to accomplish something in their life that they think then it will make them happy, successful, fulfilled. And they burn out.
Yeah.
Right.
Expectation hangover.
Yeah, I remember even, a long time ago when I graduated from high school, I remember feeling so much pressure to feel like I need to figure out what I'm doing for my life. And it was like this big pressure. And I thought, well, if I just figure that out, then I'll, be happy. And then it was like finding, part of my career out. Then it was like, well, if I just get a bigger house or a better relationship or have my child or whatever it is, it was like always something. And then you get to the place where you start attaining things and all those things. And then you're like, now you're in midlife crisis. It's like, why is this not fulfilling? It's like the crisis after crisis after crisis, which is all about an identity crisis.
Yes.
All of it.
Yeah.
Right?
So what do we do about this, Erin?
Well, I think it depends on whether you want to believe you're a spiritual being or not. But for me, working with spiritual leaders, it's all about having the biggest identity shift, which is back to the I am, and realizing that none of this stuff is yours. Not your body, not your identity, not your title, not the amount of money in your bank account, not the status of your relationship, not the car that you drive, not any of it. That you cannot attach your identity to this because it's not going to end well.
Yeah.
I promise you.
That's right. If life is a race, death is the finish line, right? So it's true, and it's a little challenging. I think part of the sort of the challenge and opportunity around like the quarter life crisis or midlife crisis or any crisis is also realizing and recognizing that ultimately it's just a thought attack. It's a thought ultimately at the end of the day that you've bought into and that you're repeating over and over and over again that's leading to you to feel a certain way.
So Rob, I'm very curious, what advice would you share with people who recognize somebody else close to them, whether it be their lover or their best friend, is in a state of crisis, be it midlife, be it quarter life, because I know in my personal relationships, I've witnessed that firsthand. And of course, then I try and save that person,
Yeah.
right? Let me solve this for you. And that doesn't go.
It's another
We've always
identity.
tried that.
The person
It
that
is.
saves, it's another
The
identity,
fixer.
right? We're all identities walking around like on
Man.
this identity.
But if
It's so
somebody
true.
is in that crisis,
Yeah.
how do you help? What do you say? How do you start that conversation?
Yeah, I'd say the most important thing is to listen, and to listen in sort of a sort of deeply present way, in a mindful way, meaning not that you're full of mind and full of thoughts, but you're empty of mind and empty of thoughts, and that you're just present, right? And so you're ultimately wanting to be what they're not being. You want to be what they're not able to access in the moment, so you want to be peace if they're feeling conflict. You want to be happiness if they're feeling unhappiness. You want to be the experience of well-being if they're feeling lack of
Right.
that.
The problem with that for you, Rob,
Yeah.
is that Rob's always the person I want to call when I have a problem. Because I know how to listen with a neutral mind. So you better start charging me when I call you. Because
I love it though. The truth is, I love it, especially with the folks that I love the most. And because I think there's so much to be said for just connecting with people from a place where you hear their heart and you hear what they're saying, and not trying to fix it or change it. Early in my life and my career, I would almost be frustrated when I have clients that wouldn't have a problem, and I would be like, "What? There's got to be something going on wrong today. Like, what is it?" So part of the challenge is learning to simply rest in that place of perfect peace, where you know that all is well.
And what do you do when you want to be the person that they can come talk to you, but you're the person they don't want to talk to, especially if you're in a personal relationship and they're struggling and they're having this crisis and they want to show up and feel like they're the hero. They don't want to talk to you.
Yeah,
about
count your
that.
blessings, Jess. Count your blessings. I'm telling you right now, you've been saved. That is not a problem.
be careful what you ask for.
Yeah.
That's our theme of all
Yeah.
of it, right?
Noted. Send them to you, Rob.
Senator
And I can
Rob.
charge him, and I'll send you a referral fee.
Perfect.
It's perfect setup,
Senator Rob.
Yeah. It is a good question, Jess, and I do mean that actually. That in some ways it's a blessing. I think part of the challenge opportunity also with relationships is that sometimes you want to be that person or you think you want to be that person, but ultimately you don't want to be in a relationship where you're their therapist or their coach, because suddenly then you're brother and sister and it's not nearly as interesting. Or
That's not a good look.
No.
So oftentimes when people are going through a crisis, we'll go through a process where it's like, what is the goal? And when they start thinking about the goal, say it's like, because I want to, be fulfilled, or I want to make an impact. Why? And then begin to ask the deeper and deeper questions why. And they're going to start getting down to like, why do I care about that? Why do I care about the bigger house? Or why do I care about these things? And having them begin to even question why they think that's going to fulfill them, because they have the answers within them.
I love that. You nailed it. And Jess, you remind me of this a lot too. I think, that if you can make happiness or peace your main priority and lean into and trust that if you're increasingly peaceful and happy and loving, self-loving, that you'll think in a much more efficient, effective, efficacious, and enjoyable way, and you'll come to better solutions and answers about your life and about other people's lives with not nearly as much time, energy, or effort, right? So you're so much clearer when you're happy.
Right? Why would $1 million make you
exactly?
more
Yeah.
And maybe you can get that feeling today.
Exactly. You might not need the $1 million. You might be surprised.
Right?
Yes.
Why don't we try it with the $1 million?
I agree with you, Jazz.
$1 million, then I'll let you know
I'm
how
not
it
upset
goes.
at you for saying that, for sure.
I love the conversation, but I do think there's a lot of crisis going on. A lot of people trying to struggle to figure it out and keep up with the Jones and keep up with everybody on Instagram. So I think the invitation today is trying to look at what you're really seeking and why you're seeking this, what you're seeking in your crisis, and beginning to take a look at why do you feel like that would really fulfill you,
Yeah.
Stripping it back, stripping it back.
You'd be surprised. Lots of research out there that suggests otherwise.
Yes. So let's
happy
take a break, and when we come back, we're going to talk to our amazing guests about how they've transformed their lives into great lives. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Where can you watch the stories of people changing the world? EverTalk TV, the Netflix of talk. I'm Jez Moyer, the co-founder and host of EverTalk TV, and I am thrilled to introduce you to America's first live video streaming talk show network.
I'm so excited to be here on the couch with all you amazing people. I'm just in complete awe. Thank you.
Happy to be here. And for those who don't know what goes on, this is a big old, there's a lot going on here. You do this every day.
Live.
God bless you guys. I mean, people, there's a lot going on.
Thank you for having me. This is an awesome studio.
Thank you for having me. I'm so excited.
I feel that, actually. I can feel that.
How exciting Motivation Monday. And the guests this morning have been incredible.
Thank you so much. I'm so excited to be here with you.
And we have Rachel Boston, who is in The Last Bridesmaid on Hallmark. It actually is dropping tomorrow, the 22nd, right?
It is. Tomorrow night's our premiere.
Woo!
Congratulations. I'm so excited to welcome Jason and Ashley Waller to the show. Congratulations on the new beginnings. We're so excited for the premiere on MTV tonight.
Thank you guys. We appreciate it. Thank you.
The book is actually being shipped out today. It published this week.
Wow, congratulations.
You guys are the first show that I've actually done talking about the book.
I think this is my first time my book's been up on TV. This is awesome.
Our friends at Universal Pictures have a special delivery for us this morning from a tethered himself.
Ooh.
Have you seen the film Us by Academy Award winner Jordan Peele?
You know, I'm sitting here next to you guys, and it's just like, this is a powerful moment for me. Like, you know, I'm humbled by it, because it's like I'm sharing this movie with you guys, and you know, it's moving for me.
What are you most grateful for today?
I am so grateful to be here and to have the opportunity to be with all these wonderful, badass boss babes and with all of you. And it's just a wonderful opportunity to share the positive messages out in the world, because I think the world really needs it right now.
What we've done, and thanking me for the contribution we're making to their lives.
Oh,
and I
nice.
thought,
That's
this
great.
is what my purpose is. This is why I was born. Now,
Show the camera.
up to you to choose the winner. Is it Annie? Is it Haley?
That's why I like this show. You know, years ago I did the Dinah Show, which is Dinah Shore, and it was a daytime show. And it was kind of like this. And it was just like very up, and it was all positive stuff. They didn't bring negative stuff to the audience. And that's why I feel with this show. It's very relaxed. You know, it's very professional, but it's quite a bit of fun.
You can binge watch and binge watch.
You can binge watch.
And you can binge watch, or you can binge watch. Please binge watch. You can binge watch
and binge them on EverTalk TV. Thanks for coming. Bye.
First TV experience. I'm so happy I did it with you.
uplift, and empower you. Anytime, anywhere on EverTalk TV, your home for talk. Live from Los Angeles, welcome back to Good Morning La La Land. We might as well call this hashtag Twin Tuesday because I've got the Allen twins with us, Mia and Ella. Thank you so much for being with us today.
You're so welcome.
I know you've been so busy on ABC's Single Parents. Tell us about the show.
Man, it is so fun. Our characters are so fun to play, so it's so fun to be on set doing our characters.
What's the most fun part? Is there one
Okay.
thing you just love most?
Acting with everyone together.
everyone.
That's my favorite part.
So what's different about your characters on the show versus in real life?
Amy does not wear the same clothes in real life. She's like a tomboy and likes to work. Yeah, same. I mean, we're pretty similar mostly, but the clothes is not a
Now,
similarity.
do you have a favorite episode that you've done of Single Parents?
Yes. My favorite has been the Halloween one because like every take we would get to like hold these like big giant pumpkins and we got to dress up as the characters, the adults and I was Miggy. So yeah, it was really fun trying to dress like him and act like him sometimes.
That sounds super fun. Is that your favorite episode?
Yes, I mean, it was so fun because I got to play Will, and he is like a corny, cheesy weirdo, and that was so fun to play him.
So what do you really love about acting?
What I really love about acting is the people you get to experience the journey with, and it's just so fun. I gotta say.
What about craft services? Craft services.
Ooh, that's a good one. I love about acting is that I get to put my own personality into my character a lot of the time, or just like change it up a lot every single take.
Well, you guys are so young, but do you remember how the whole thing came about? Acting and everything? Do you remember
Yes.
what happened? How did you guys decide?
So what happened was we got a call we started when we were 6 months old, and our parents got a call. They wanted us to audition for Sons of Anarchy, and we ended up booking that, and then we started booking Parenthood, and then we just came up on this whole thing, and now we're actors.
You're on Jane the Virgin too. It was a very popular show. What was that like?
Oh, it's amazing. It's so fun working with Yael and Gina and everyone that's on the show because they're all so nice to us. Like in between takes, we'd sit on Yael's lap, and Gina would like play fun games with us, and it was so fun.
And now you get to work with Brad Garrett too.
Yes.
Yeah, do you love Brad?
Oh yeah, he's so nice. And I'm like glad that he's like our dad. It's so cool like to watch like him, and I was like, how is he our dad? But then starting to like go through the whole show, then I'm like, yeah, I'm glad that he's my dad.
I love that.
Is there anything that's really hard about your day or your work? Things that you just sort of struggle with a little? Is it hard to remember the lines?
Not really. Once you get it down then you're like, let's go play my character. let's go act. Like, stuff like that.
So what are you guys doing for Halloween?
So, like, we usually just go trick-or-treating as a family. Last year we had our friends from Single Parents go trick-or-treating with us, and we'd walk around our neighborhood and
what are you going to be?
What?
What are you going to be? What are you going to dress up as?
We're going to be Tweedledee. And I'm going to be Tweedledum. Every year we try to go as a twin theme.
That's super cute. We have our friends, the Clements twins. I don't know if you know those girls. They're going as the twin emoji. That's a good one, right?
It is. I always forget about the emojis.
Yeah, same. Like,
what is your favorite emoji?
Probably the like tiger one, cause I'm like that's my favorite.
It's a very underused emoji.
Yes.
I appreciate that.
I like The crown emoji, maybe?
Yeah, the crown. I mean, I'm
we have something with our friends where we call everyone queen. Ya's queen, and then in a makeup trailer, it's always queen.
Yeah, I love that.
So whenever I text them, it's
So what makes you a queen?
we just go around and we're just like, I don't know. It's like just like, hey, queen, what's up, brah? It's like we just going around like acting like we're queens. And
Well, I hope
Sounds
you
like LA.
live like that. So 10 years from now, where do you see yourselves? What's happening?
I see myself directing and filming a movie in the wilderness, and it's like a mystery movie with my sister, and I think that'd be so fun to film. I see myself in 10 years in a big mansion with 100,000 pets and
100,000. That's a lot of
and
pets.
directing and producing. My Erin O'Malley on my show inspired me to be a producer, so I'd want to produce a comedy family movie, and Ella could be on it. She could direct and be an honor.
Yes, queen.
Well, it's already done. That's right.
Well, we are so excited to continue to follow your journey. Tell everyone where they can find and follow you on Instagram and where they can see your show.
They could see our show on Hulu, ABC After Modern Family, and our Instagram is the Allen Twins.
Love it.
Adorable, you guys. You guys really made our morning. Thank you so much.
Thank
for
you
all your
so
work.
much. Stay tuned. We'll be back tomorrow. Good morning, La La Land. Can you watch the stories of people changing the world? Ever Talk TV, the Netflix of talk.
All I can say to you guys is remember you are not alone. It's that simple. Just keep remembering you are not alone.
EverTalk is hashtag community powered, so we are excited to offer you a free 30-day subscription to explore the talk shows that will bring you timeless entertainment and evergreen conversations that will inspire, uplift, and empower you anytime, anywhere at EverTalk TV.
Live from Los Angeles, welcome back to Good Morning La La Land on Miracle Monday. We need a miracle of self-care.
When they got its Transformation Tuesday, because this beauty disruptor,
That's what I'm saying
is
right here.
selling out Urban Outfitters. I mean, you have turned yourself into a serious force to be reckoned with in the beauty industry. Kathy Chow, thank you so much for being with us. So tell us a little bit about the self-care tool.
So this tool is based on Eastern medicine, but integrated with basically modern technology. It's both design and utility, patent pending, which is why you were talking about self-care and the road to self-care, make happiness, making it faster. Well, this is the fastest road to actually personally self-care on your whole body. What it is it detoxes your body, which creates like a sculpting effect, helps with cellulite, fine line, just the whole purpose is to replace those in-office expensive treatments with my little tool.
So the jade roller has been super trendy now for the past couple of years. How does it compare to something like that?
Well, so for one thing, the jade roller has been peddled in China for hundreds, thousands of years for tourists, and that should be, that kind of is a warning sign, because if it was a miracle worker, I think China would have figured it out by now. But this is completely different. So This was actually made for Free People because Free People wanted the crystal line so you can duplicate it and use it as a jade roller on the other side. But the magic is on this side, which was meticulously measured by engineers, crafted by a team of very, very, very talented engineers who work with Apple and a lot of big companies. And this is the side that does the magic.
And so it actually breaks up cellulite?
Oh yeah, it does. If you ever go to my site or you look at one of our handles, like Take Care Effect, you can see before and after. To be really honest, I worked in finance before and I made quite a bit of money. And then I graduated from Wharton, which obviously cost quite a bit of money. So in order for my mom, who is an absolute tiger mom, to approve of this, she told me I needed to gain a lot of weight. And she told me to gain a lot of weight, get a ton of cellulite, and prove to her that this thing will get rid of it in a month.
And did
Did you do that? Wow.
Yeah.
Amazing. So
That's
is comparative to cool sculpting? Is that what it is compared to?
So there's like a lot of beauty rollers on the market that promote lymphatic drainage, but when you use that versus using my tool, you can feel it almost immediately. If you guys want me to test it on you guys.
Test me.
Okay. So here, a lot of women store stubborn fat on the back of their arm.
Oh, absolutely. Ooh, yeah, I can really feel that.
So you kind of do it hard. You kind of like.
Oh no. I just actually got bit by a black widow. Was on my blood was almost turned septic, and I lost all muscle. So if you actually do it. This is, I use the force of like, I don't know, like a pen.
Yeah.
Wow.
So that's part of the
So it's kind of like re-stimulating like everything. It's like almost like pain brings on the blood and it indicates to the body to heal.
So pain and beauty is pain. So pain and like a healthy flesh, it shows up almost immediately when you use it. That's an indicator of the fact that that's a problem area.
Really?
But what it's really doing is like imagine when you were like young, right? Like you never thought like, oh, that kid has slender thighs. That kid has a beer gut. Like you don't hear these things about kids. But as we get older and older, you hear women get cellulite at the age of X, you know.
Yeah, they carry the extra weight in their arms.
Yeah.
All my girlfriends.
Men's metabolism dies at the age of 30. You watch out then. But what it really means is, you know, your body is decaying, and that goes for your kidney, your liver, like everything. So think about like that piece of fish you just ate. It could be really premium sushi grade, but fish is known for having heavy metal toxins. And when your liver and kidney are no longer capable of separating out the toxin from the food, what happens when you eat that tuna? It's getting stored in your muscle as protein.
Oh, get rid of that tuna right now.
I love this because I'm a believer as a doctor of divinity that our body has intelligence and that if we cleanse it, it will have more vitality and more rejuvenation. So I'm imagining a lot of this is just getting circulation going.
So what happens is toxins are buried deep. Sometimes it forms like little nodules, and it's too deep for your lymphatic system to access. So what this tool does is it brings out the toxins to the surface layer so your lymphatic system can process it out. And when you're detoxified, you can look on our website, but you'll see all these before and afters of people's faces. Literally just, it's like a glow up.
So they do this on their face.
Wow.
Wow.
Is there a recommended way to do it? Like, do you have to do it in a certain pattern?
No. I made this idiot proof. Yeah. I totally made this idiot proof. Basically, all you have to do is if you feel the soreness you would from like a deep tissue massage or the pain from a deep tissue massage and it turns red, you're going in the right direction.
Wow. Can you use it on other people that are kind of the pain in your
Oh yeah. I mean, like I have other people use this on me when like so funny story. I had a trade show and I was wearing shorts at Staples of all places, and then like they were like, you have cellulite on the back of your legs, and I was like, no, I don't. I didn't have cellulite like a week ago. I can't go to a trade show like that. So I didn't take a picture of it, and then after that I was like, oh crap. So okay, go ham
on my legs. Like I can't handle it hurts so much, but I couldn't handle more than a few minutes. But the next day, like I have a time lapse of this, but literally 24 hours later, like all of it cleared up.
Sign me up.
Wow.
I'm sold. Well, thank you so much, Kathy. We really appreciate you. Please tell everyone where they can find and follow your journey and get the Care tool.
So our Instagram is selfcare, SCLFKAIRE. You can get this at Urban Outfitters, Free People, Amazon, and our own website.
Awesome.
Yep.
Thank you so much, Kathy.
so much.
We
Amazing.
appreciate you.
Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Where can you watch the stories of people changing the world? EverTalk TV, the Netflix of talk. EverTalk is hashtag community powered, so we are excited to offer you a free 30-day subscription to explore the talk shows that will bring you timeless entertainment and evergreen conversations that will inspire, uplift, and empower you anytime, anywhere at EverTalk TV. Live from Los Angeles, welcome back to Good Morning LaLa. And we have a very dynamic duo from HGTV, Restored by the Fords, Leanne and Steve Ford. Thank you so much for being with us today.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you. What a perfect conversation for Transformation Tuesday, by the way, and congratulations on the launch of your new book.
That's right.
Work in
Thank you.
progress. Okay, so tell us a little bit about the book.
So we did this book, Work in Progress. It was kind of an answer to, people asked a couple questions. One is how we got to HGTV, which is always, a wild web. Steve's my brother. He's a contractor. I'm an interior designer. And we do a show in Pittsburgh called Restored by the Fords. So we talk about that in our book, Work in Progress. And the other thing is just talking about not being afraid to fail. It was a really important subject that the reason we are where we are is because, we messed up a lot and we blew it. And it's okay. It's part of your journey, and how failure is one of your tools.
It's such an important distinction. I think that so many people want to start a creative process, but they think and they see something majorly produced, and they go, well, I can't do that, therefore I shouldn't start.
Right.
So how did you guys begin?
Well, I have to say, Einstein said the fear of failure kills creativity. And I'm like, I just wish more people heard that and more people knew that, is the way we started was we just went for it. We were not afraid to, you're going to mess up and you're going to fail, and that's okay. We weren't even afraid of that.
For me, it was an unplanned career path. It was always a fallback at first, and then it was something that was a way to make money. And then luckily I had a sister that got me involved in her projects, which happened to be a little bit more special than everybody else's, really.
Thanks, Steve.
How do you really remain in such a positive working relationship? Because this is a serious dynamic. Brother, sister, a TV show.
Yeah.
How do you maintain that excellence to each other?
You do as you're told.
Just say yes.
Smart man.
You try.
We always say too, it's like we don't have to go to the same house. Like we work, we talk about what we're doing for work and for the houses, and then we go to our separate homes. So we might have it easier. Yeah. Every time we're at at Christmas or something, our mom's like, "You're still talking. That's good." So I think we know that family is definitely the most important. Right?
In addition to letting go of your fear of failure,
Yeah.
what else have you sort of learned along the process and in the journey?
That it's never ending. It's called Work in Progress because we're doing this book about our lives in our late 30s, early 40s, you know. But you know, it's like your path will ever evolve, and I think it's really important. People feel like they need to know what they're going to do now, and then you're going to do that the rest of your life, and that's never happening. That your evolution is continuing. It's a creative process.
I love that. What would you say each of your signature strengths is? Like in addition to the actual trade itself, what would you say your like signature either skill set or mindset really is?
Why don't you take that first?
Yours is MacGyver. Steve's like MacGyver. I always say, like, Steve's big mistake was doing my weird idea. You know, I had this strange idea for a bathroom, and Steve figured it out. And the problem with doing a good job is you get more work. So
I mean, I do enjoy a challenge. So anytime she challenges my creativity on how we're going to get a job done or create her ideas, which are sometimes just insane.
That's a strong word.
So tell us how the show came about. You guys are doing this work, you were doing it anyway, and then all of a sudden you went, we should do this on TV. Like, how did that come about?
We had a friend, our friend Peter Barbie, who has a band Among Savages. He told his friend about what we were doing in Pittsburgh, and his friend happened to be scouting for HGTV shows. It's just like friends of friends, right? It's the best. But it was probably 5 years between when we started talking to them to when we were actually filming something. So it kept on saying, oh no, never mind. Oh wait, we have an idea. Oh, never mind.
The hurry up and wait business.
Yeah, totally. And it was kind of like we're here, we're doing it, and we're working. So
do you have a favorite restoration or project episode that you two have really created together?
My personal one is my house. I finally got to buy a house this last year.
Congratulations.
And we got to do my house
Steve,
for the show.
house is a bold statement.
Well, I have like a compound now. It's like a giant warehouse that I made into a home. It was a garage.
Yeah, super cool.
Yeah, so we did that on an episode of Restored by the Fords, and we revealed it to our mom and sister. And Steve.
So it was nice to do my own instead of Leanne's house
So what did your mom think about it?
Well, at first she was terrified. I brought her and my older sister in, and they were just totally terrified as well. I was too at that point, but we really pulled it off. It came out amazing.
And what about you, Leanna? Is that your favorite?
Honestly, whatever project I'm working on is my favorite. You know, as a designer, it's the creative part that I like to do, so I'm always like ready for the next project,
So what's the newest thing we should be looking for in our design and within the house?
Oh, interesting. Well, I believe in white paint. I think it's
1,000%. White is everything.
Yes. I say paint white, wear black, paint white.
Oh, that's good.
Bandana. But I mean, I always talk about white paint because I just feel like it's fail-proof, right?
I agree.
And it's like you can't mess it up. It's timeless. It's classic. So I
agree.
That's always my go-to.
Unlike white carpets. Boy.
I like white carpets.
Tough. I love them. Just can't touch them.
You can clean them better than color carpet. You know,
Really?
it's bleached.
Yeah.
It's a whole thing. I could get into it.
So what's next for the both of you?
Well, we're working, you know, this book launches today. It's being shipped out today. So thank you to everybody that pre-ordered and ordered it. But that's been really fun to talk about. We're doing that. And then we have a show on HGTV right now called Rock the Block, where Steve helps me. It's 4 designer women from HGTV that are competing against each other. I mean, it is a competition, but I am the least competitive person on the planet. So there. I'm designing a house.
What do you guys like most about working with and for HGTV?
I mean, they give us a lot of opportunity. You know, to do so many projects is like just amazing. And
like Brady.
We got to do Beauty on the Brady Bunch. We got to do this Rock the Block episode, or 4 of those, and then we're going to continue making our show. So excited to see what happens.
We look forward to continuing to watch. Please tell everyone where they can find and follow your personal journeys, and of course, the show and the book.
Yeah, the leanneford.com has a link to the book, and if you order today, you get a poster that says, what does it say? Oh, if you're not making anyone nervous, you're not doing anything special. Something we talk about in the book.
That.
Like, live a little, you know, get wild. So that's on that, and my Instagram's Leanne Ford Interiors.
I'm Steve Ford's Garage.
And we are Restored by the Fords on Instagram.
Amazing, you guys.
Yes.
Fantastic. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Thank you.
Where can you watch the stories of people changing the world? EverTalk TV, the Netflix of talk.
Hi, everybody. I am so excited to have with me today Amanda Show, creator of Rivers 8, a luxury travel accessory line for those who crave luxury without cruelty. My next guest is Missy Reeves. You guys may know and love Missy from her very long career as Jennifer Horton on Days of Our Lives. Dan Holtz is a dear friend, co-founder of Beverly Hills Rejuvenation Center, and is known as the wellness expert to the stars.
EverTalk is #community powered, so we are excited to offer you a free 30-day subscription to explore the talk shows that will bring you timeless entertainment and evergreen conversations that will inspire, uplift, and empower you anytime, anywhere at EverTalk TV.
Live from Los Angeles, welcome back to Good Morning La La Land on Transformation Tuesday. Nothing better than a good laugh to transform a crappy day into a great day. So we have Jackie Fabulous in the house, and that you are a comedian you may have seen America's Got Talent. What's up, honey?
How are you? I'm surprised I'm here. Are you? Because California's on fire. I almost didn't make it.
Oh, thank you for braving all that traffic and madness for us this morning.
Thank you for having me.
So we usually start the day by asking how you start your day. What's your morning routine like as a comedian?
Well, we don't really do mornings.
Exactly.
I go to bed on average maybe, if I'm in bed before midnight, I didn't have a show. Usually I have shows every night of the week, and we hang out with the comics afterwards. So on average, between 1 a.m. and 2. But I also just got back from, where was I? Reno and Vegas. I've been gone for 10 days.
Women's convention, right?
No, comedy. I'm headlining the Tropicana. I did headline the Tropicana Laugh Factory, and then the Laugh Factory in Reno. Because America's Got Talent has made me very bookable. So very busy.
In demand.
I'm touring, thank God.
Oh, that's amazing. Well, let's take a look at you on America's Got Talent.
No pressure.
Thousands of dollars in student loan debt. I've been arrested for stalking. I was kind of a tramp in college, and I used to shoplift in high school. Chicken or fish? Who wants to be in love? Anybody? Come on. But the biggest lesson I've learned, when you join these weight loss programs, you get an app on your phone like Facebook. I'm not gonna lie, it's a depressing place. Ladies are on there, they're like, I hate my body, I don't like being fat. I'm like, I've been a chunky monkey most of my adult life. I tell men all the time, if you want a piece of this, come get it now. Because when I hit my goal weight, I'm not gonna want you no more. So come get it now, while my standards are nice and low when I have fewer choices. I'm Jackie Fabulous, guys. Thanks so much.
I love that. What is your definition of fabulous?
Ooh, boy, not caring what everyone thinks. Because usually, and living in LA, everyone's so worried about how they look all the time. And I'm the same way. I'm no longer different than anybody else, but you have to be happy with yourself. And the older I got, the more I'm like, you know what, do I love what I see in the mirror? And honestly, if I look in the mirror now every once in a while, naked, and I kind of giggle. I'm like, what is all this? This is a lot.
What is all?
But I don't get sad. I'm like, this is it. You know, somebody wants it. Somebody has had it at some point. When that stops, then I'll get depressed. You know what I mean?
That's awesome. What inspired you to enter the comedy path?
You know, it's boredom. I had really good paying corporate jobs. I went to law school. I worked with lawyers forever and made good money, but the cubicle or the office or the window, it was just boring. I was just, after a 9 to 5, I still had a lot of energy. I remember I had this hot military boyfriend, and I'd go see him after work, and he was just the most boring. I had everything. He was hot, he had a beautiful son, a beautiful dog. It was perfect, and I'm like, I still am not satisfied.
Right.
So I decided after work to do open mics to learn how to be a comic, and I figured out I had a skill.
Right.
So I left him, stayed with comedy, and did it after work for years until the comedy took over the 9 to 5, and I had to do that more than I actually.
That's so interesting because we're talking a little bit about, everything from quarter century crisis to midlife crisis, and I think we have crises all the time.
I'm going through one right now.
We all are, right?
Because I'm moving back to New York tomorrow.
Oh,
I've been in LA California/LA for 20 years. And I'm going back tomorrow.
Wow. What's taking you to New York?
My mother and aunt are, 70s and up. Shh, don't tell anybody.
Okay.
And I want to be around them. My father died 3 years ago. And New York is also a comedy mecca. And all of my representation is there too. So why not just live, something different? So my midlife is happening as we speak. So you guys are lucky I'm not
But how do you feel?
Usually midlife crises get really out of hand, so I'm very professional. All I'm doing is moving. You guys are lucky.
What do you miss most about living in Los Angeles?
Can you say this? Can I say it?
Please do.
Marijuana. It's very easy to get here. It's everywhere. I get paid sometimes in boxes of weed. All the companies around here want to sponsor, want you to help them promote their business. Right. So there's a show at the Comedy Store where it's sponsored by Speedweed. Hey, Speedweed. And they give you a shoebox of classy weed, not like, ghetto stuff. Classy stuff.
Yeah.
Sure.
And money. So I'm like, in LA, and there's audience members, they're like, you want, they free. I mean, that's dangerous. Don't do that, kids. But I'm gonna miss the accessibility of marijuana everywhere.
Yes.
Everyone is high. That's why so much traffic. Everyone is driving
Really slow.
at 10, 15 miles per hour. I'm gonna miss the laid back. You guys are so happy, and the weather, and New York is kind of tense. Like I gotta go to work, gotta make money.
But what are you looking forward to most about moving to New York then?
Bringing the weed. What do you mean?
Yes. Honestly, the comedy clubs, because you really have to be a certain level of comic to be a regular paid at the clubs in New York. You got to be like Colin Quinn on your way to trying to be Chappelle level.
But
that's my goal.
But what do you do? Like, you're a comedian, you're out, you're like, okay, I've got something booked on Friday night, and you're like, mother effer, I'm in a bad mood today. Like, how do you put it on? Like, okay, is it always just always funny, or is it sometimes like, why am I doing this right now?
It's the only thing I care about. It's my passion. I love it more than sex and men because usually I can control, stand-up. I really can't control what the hell these guys do. Yeah. So with stand-up comedy, it's just more fun. I enjoy it. It's my passion.
I'm your #1 fan officially.
Are you?
I need more laughter in my life.
That's see how easy it is? I've barely done anything. You're already like, I love her. So why wouldn't I want to have this job forever?
You and weed, that's all I need.
I was going to say, you might just want access to the paraphernalia there.
But I don't want to leave this part out. The stand-up comedy is my life, but I've been doing it for 14 years, and I'm also a keynote speaker, comedically. Yeah. So I'm becoming a motivational speaker. I'm not becoming. I've been doing it for a while. I just got paid to do it in August. So I want to ease that into my stand-up because most speakers, motivational, they're wonderful, but they're not making anybody laugh. Right. They're making you cry. They're making you figure out your life in a bad way. Sometimes you get like, why I want to go home and leave your husband? Where I'm more like, go home and laugh with your husband. Go home and talk to him about what's going on. So that's my new midlife section of life. Midlife crisis, I guess you want to call it.
So Jackie, what is then your message behind that? Like, what do you really want to empower women?
The message is your flaws are fabulous. Because my fan base are primarily women. Thank you, ladies. And I did a keynote for the Women's Leadership Conference in Vegas in August, and it was thousands of women. And it's just watching them look at me when I'm talking, and they're like, me too. I relate to you. We're going through the same thing. And there's no color when you talk to women. There's no age. If you're a female, we have our own language. Mm-hmm. And when you sit around each other and you hear us complain, we're bitching about men and our bodies and our kids and our careers. And there's no color in that. And women, I think, in my opinion, have our own language. So I talk to them through my keynote speeches where I'm just like, the things you see in the mirror, they make you cry, but you can also laugh at it. That's why I say when I look in the mirror and I'm naked, it's funny. Like, where did it all go wrong? But it's still delicious.
I love this. So where can I find more of your content? Online? You speak where? How can we find more?
I just posted my most recent keynote speaking. That's not a word. We didn't have it yet. Keynote speaking reel is on my Instagram and on my website, JackieFabulous.com. My AGT sets are on there. My speaking reel is on there. My schedule, my date, how to book me, because I really want to do that and ease out of the comedy club scene and ease more into corporate speaking, because that you know, a comedy club can hold about 300. But speaking to women and changing lives, that can be, you know, an arena full of people.
Wow.
And that's the goal.
Well, you are my new definition of fabulous.
Yay, thank
Amazing.
you.
We will
Thank
miss
so
you
much.
in La La Land, and we wish you all the best in New York.
I'm gonna be back every month probably. I can't leave. You know why.
Stay tuned. We'll be back tomorrow. Good morning, La La Land. Where can you watch the stories of people changing the world? EverTalk TV, the Netflix of talk.
That's one thing. When my husband and I, we were both like very depressed, but one thing that's helped us like kind of recover or snap out of it was to make the decision to go out and carry on her legacy and trying to help the rest of the world. In fact, my husband, he goes to work, he has a desk. One pile of papers, he says, makes money. The other one, big pile of papers, saves lives. So he took the one pile of papers and gave it to his top executives, said, you run the company. My mission in life is to go out and save lives.
I love
So that's what we're doing now.
And the way that you're actively getting in there. Like it's not you're not just at, you know, but you putting yourself out there and the husband, you know, going to DC, doing this thing, it's like you're actually getting in the trenches. And that's important.
EverTalk is #community powered, so we are excited to offer you a free 30-day subscription to explore the talk shows that will bring you timeless entertainment and evergreen conversations that will inspire, uplift, and empower you anytime, anywhere at EverTalk TV. Live from Los Angeles, welcome back to Good Morning La La Land. I'm so excited to welcome on #Transformation Tuesday, Christine Eleze, who has transformed her career as a music artist to also an entrepreneur with a really rad fit brand.
Thank you.
So tell us a little bit about your journey.
So I'm a recording artist. I was signed to Epic for a little while and then got out of my deal and started my own entertainment company. When I was signed, just kind of going through the whole process of being an artist, there's a lot of things that people don't talk about when it comes to all the behind the scenes turmoil that kind of happens. And fitness was the thing that was my vice. So when I was on tour, I worked out in my room, but I used like the little cheap resistance bands. And then through that process, it was like, what are the things that I want to tweak to make them better? And then as my body just kind of started getting in the best shape, I made my own and then wanted to kind of give that to people so they can work out wherever they want and not have to be limited to space or travel and just kind of do it at their own pace.
People are like, wait, she's signed to an agency, she's doing all this stuff, and her vice is working out. Really?
I know. It's like when you hear certain things about like artists, like what they can get into. Yeah, I got into fitness.
So we want to see them. They're bands, right? So what makes these bands different than others?
So you know, the ones that are on the market, I think the white one's a little dirty because I actually been working out with it outside.
Yeah, it's so cute.
Thanks. They're fabric and they're really durable. And then the big thing with them is, I don't know if you've ever used the resistance bands, how they flip and they turn.
I
into
don't
these
do
little,
much of
they're
anything.
Like, no, girl.
I've used them before.
Yeah, there's like a little inside grip, so they don't slip or roll when you're working out. They kind of stay exactly where you want them to.
Because the other ones you do, they slide.
Yeah, they slide and then they roll down.
Slide, and then they stretch out, and then they like cut into your thighs.
And they break. Yeah, and they're really heavy weighted.
So what do we do with these things?
I mean, do you want me to show you?
Yeah, why not?
We're starting heavy.
Wow.
Heels and all.
Heels
Yeah,
and all.
Right?
So this
Really?
also
Now we
could
want
be
you to sing a
workout.
song while you have the band
Whatever, I'll
on.
just do it all. I think I'm stuck. So basically,
Great.
even if you're
It's that
sitting,
easy.
it's this easy. So like even if you're sitting, somebody who doesn't want to do a crazy cardio workout, you literally can just do little.
See, Erin, you can do your coaching calls.
There you go. Well, I'm doing
And then we have Thigh Master.
That would be good.
Yeah, I mean, there's a whole bunch of workouts and stuff. I actually take them on my hikes. I've been going to the Calabasas stairs and putting like the white one on and doing like, I get a little crazy.
Wow.
So talk to us a little bit about what's so great about bands, because they are, like, people are using bands all the time, right?
Yeah,
Resistance
it's
bands.
becoming kind of the rage right now.
It is, totally.
Yeah.
Go to the gym or anywhere. And so why are bands so useful? Why do people love them so much?
I like them because I don't like lifting weights. I felt like my body bulked. This I toned. You can get a cardio workout and you can work out anywhere. So I was actually doing a lot of partnerships with hotels. to get them in the rooms. For like business people who, you know, you're traveling, the last thing you want to do, if you're a fitness person, you want to go to a gym.
Yeah.
So it's like, I'm going to go into my room, the privacy of my own space, and get a good cardio toning workout in.
Wow, so interesting.
Yeah.
So how did your sort of career as a recording artist prepare you to be an entrepreneur? Was there anything specific that you sort of learned in the journey that you've applied?
You know what? I don't even know if it was even so much music as I come from a family of entrepreneurs, so I'm kind of held to a little bit of a tougher standard. But I don't know. Some of the things I think that you would think you would be prepared for, it's all like a self-journey thing. I mean, we've kind of talked about that before. I used to watch interviews and people would be like, what's the key to success? And the things that you think that you would like be waiting for this genius answer, and it's kind of looking into yourself and staying true to yourself and just learning all those things that maybe are a little difficult for you to admit and working on that. That's kind of what's propelled me
It's
forward.
so true. I feel like business development is really spiritual development. I mean, there's no real
It's
difference.
all integrated,
it's all
into each
integrated.
other. Yeah.
And it's a good point because I think my entire life I've been looking for like a formula for success. But the people that I know who have been the most successful often just say, I just tried.
I just tried and I was true
kept
to
going.
myself. And
Yeah.
the same thing with my family. Like, they've done amazing things, and it's been that they've never given up on who they truly are. Even when it's a little challenging and you think that you're going to sway, they're like, no, you just dig deeper, learn the stuff that you have to admit the stuff that's actually wrong with yourself first. Like, no one can do that for you. And that's the hardest work. And it seems like such a simple answer, but it's actually the hardest.
It seems so easy. You can just sit there so
Yeah, and then you can just work on your
thighs. Work on your thighs.
But you're a highly conscious human being, and I think that's been the surprise of like LaLa Land is that, you know, so many even models or artists or comedians or all kinds of people are so into consciousness around here, which is not normal in parts of the world.
Well, no, even in music though, people would ask me, they'd see my music videos or things that I would do for work, and then they would talk to me and they're like, well, this is a little interesting. Like, you're a lot deeper than I thought. And then that was interesting to me because I'm like, how do I then cross this over into my music if people are not getting that? And if I have a platform to actually extend that to people and I'm in a position to, I mean, it's why I wanted to, even with the fitness company, is to make it more of a personal journey than, oh, I'm an entrepreneur. No, I want to give something to people, no matter what I'm doing. So
Yeah, breakthrough brands. You can do all kinds of stuff at the same time.
Sign me up.
cute.
I'm definitely
Amazing.
interested. Well, please tell everyone where they can find and follow and get these great bands.
So it's Zai Fit, Z-A-J Fit. It's actually my last name, keeping everything
Smart.
yeah, close to home. So ZaiFit.com, Christine Alezai on all my social media platforms. You can find me.
Thank you so much,
Thank you
Christine.
so
We
much.
appreciate you.
Thanks for making
We are
it
Good
here.
Morning LaLa
Yeah, oh
Land,
my God.
America's first live streaming daily talk show, coming to you live Monday through Friday at 9 a.m. All of today's interviews are available as a podcast on iTunes, and the whole show is streaming on EverTalk TV and Apple TV and Roku.
That's right. We're waking up the world together. You guys have a beautiful Transformation Tuesday. Make it happen.
It's going to be a good morning, La La Land.